Welcome back to the F Effect. I am your girl Sade, and this is my beautiful co-host Hillary. And we are excited to bring to you the first full week of NFL football, all with the F Effect. So much has transpired in this first week of NFL football. So we must get to it. Talk to me.
Let's get to it. Chiefs Kingdom.
Cut.
Don't call it a comeback.
I can't do it.
I'm just saying.
It's too much. It's too much right now.
I won't.
Too much.
Okay, I'm going to get into it, but I won't start on it. Let's recap some quick games.
Okay.
You had the Colts. The Indianapolis Colts against the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
That score was the Colts 35, the Lions 39. You had New England against Arizona. That was a pretty decent game.
Yeah.
New England ended up winning that with no Tom Brady, I must say, 23-21. Another game we have to take a look at is the Oakland Raiders against the New Orleans Saints. That was a great game. The Raiders actually ended up winning that game 35-34, and they won it on a 2-point conversion. They could have went for the field goal, but that coach said, nah, let's go for the 2 points. Went for the 2 points and won the game. So shout out to you, Oakland. We're paying attention to you. So that's a few games. Let's kick it off with Thursday
Gotta
night.
start with the defending champs, and as we should be. Broncos went ahead and creeped over that win, 21-20 against the Carolina Panthers. I'm gonna say, it was just a great football game. Some grueling football games. There might have been a couple of controversial calls.
I don't know about the word great, but it was okay. It was okay football.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you that. Didn't nobody throw over 300 passing yards, but I will have to point out C.J. Anderson rushed for over 90 yards. But I gotta give respect to Kelvin Benjamin. He's
He's
back.
back.
The wide receiver for Carolina. He was out a full year due to an injury. Top rookie in 2014. He came in and murdered us.
I do recall in some past conversations, I did tell you that things were going to be different with Mr. Benjamin back. I just need some confirmation on that.
But I will say, Broncos D, we didn't play our best defensive game, but we held them at bay. I will say Panthers shot themselves in the foot. You can't give up 8 penalties, and expect to win the game.
Yeah,
when it's really tight, and then that missed kick. So Broncos, I'm looking better to a better game, a great season, great first win. Simeon, I'm keeping an eye out on you. I thought you did a great job for it to be your first opening game. We're gonna control the ball a little bit better, but Bronco Nation here all day, any day. You might see us in the Super Bowl again. I'm saying we going.
Cricket.
I can't do it. No.
Anywho,
No.
let's talk about a real game. Let's go to a real game. Now, it's only right that we start this with going over both of our games. Clearly, Denver Broncos, you already know. Kansas City Chiefs. Let's go. Kansas City Chiefs pulled out the victory against the San Diego Chargers. That score ended up being Kansas City Chiefs 33, San Diego Chargers 27. Now let's talk about the game, because it's not the ending score that's wow. It's how we got to that score.
Okay.
We were down all the way up into the third quarter, 24-3. Top of the fourth, it ended up being 27-10. We went into overtime, won the toss, got the ball first. My quarterback, yes, I said it, my quarterback. My quarterback, Alex Smith, got the ball down the field and also went ahead and ran the ball in for the winning touchdown. This game was everything for me because it did look like we were defeated. First 2 quarters, San Diego was all over us. They dominated. We couldn't do anything. They sacked Alex Smith 2 times. Our defensive end, Justin Houston, is out, and he's a huge part of our D-line. But you know what? We got those weapons. When you got weapons, you work it out. Here's my hats off to my quarterback, Alex Smith. And I keep saying that because there's been times when people ask me about Alex Smith, and I'm very much like, we got to take what we got. But Alex Smith showed he's a true quarterback, and he belongs in the NFL. My man had 363 yards, 2 touchdowns, and as I stated earlier, he ran in the last scoring touchdown in the overtime. So it was an amazing game. I gotta give a shout out to Spencer Ware, running back. Jamal Charles was supposed to start this game, come back for the season, but he didn't. He's still out. Get better, Jamal. But when you got people like Spencer Ware in there, 129 receiving yards, receiving. And this is a running back, 70 rushing yards, 1 touchdown, 11 carries. It was just a great game to see my boys dig their way back to the top. So shout out to the Chiefs. It was an amazing game, amazing way to kick off the season. I cannot wait to see them. It was just a fun game to watch. It was fun.
It's week one, people. Just like you told me, hold your horses.
It's the week of the comeback.
Don't come
back.
It's week one.
But we came back.
You know, impressive.
It was
an impressive comeback. NFL, everybody is talking about that game. Everybody.
Alex Smith, shout out to you. I see you. If you can continue to do that for the rest of the season, the Chiefs are looking good. He led his team, and I appreciate you. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get into some more games. Right. So we chose to, kind of take some games and really dissect them. What was Sade's game pick for week 1?
Cincinnati Bengals against the New York Jets. What a game. What a game. The lead changed 5 times between these two. So they were gritting it out. But I got to give a prop out to Andy Dalton, who threw for over 300 yards. 300 yards. Light, though, on the running game. I'm surprised. Hill, the running back for, the Bengals didn't do much. And I just think it's, that defense, the Jets defense just held them down. Another thing to point out here. Brandon Marshall, ex-Bronco player, love it, wide receiver for the Jets, was quiet. Eric Decker, wide receiver for the Jets, quiet here. So this game just came down to it. Yeah. The last man had it. Bengals came out on top. I'm rooting for you. Let's do it. That
was a good game.
It was a good game. So who was you watching?
So again, I've made it be known I'm not a huge Cowboys fan, but I had to check out my boys, Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott. So Dallas Cowboys went against the New York Giants. They did not get the victory. The game ended up being Dallas 19, New York Giants 20. But the game was a pretty decent game. Dak Prescott filling in for Tony Romo, who's out. And he did his thing. I felt like for him coming in, first NFL official kickoff game, he did very well. He was good. He felt at ease when passing the ball, finding the receiving targets. Let's see, he had 227 passing yards, so he did pretty good. Ezekiel Elliott was kind of quiet, but again, this is kind of his breakout. He rushed for 51 yards, had 1 touchdown, so I kind of want to see more from him for sure. But overall, I thought that they did very well coming in, being rookies and starting, but you know who they went against.
Week 1.
It's Eli Manning. The New York Giants. Eli Manning cannot be stopped. He is a 2-time Super Bowl. He had 207 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 1 interception, but overall they were the better team. Victor Cruz back for the Giants. Victor hasn't played since 2014. I didn't realize it'd been that long, but 2014. But he looked pretty good. He got a touchdown as well. And then, of course, you got your Odell Beckhams. He ran for 73 yards, 1 touchdown. And Sterling Shepard. Everyone's talking about Sterling Shepard. He did pretty good as well. The biggest controversy about that game was Cowboys wide receiver Terrence Williams. So with 10 seconds left, the Cowboys had an opportunity to come back. It would have been a long field goal attempt, but they had the opportunity to come back and actually kick for a field goal. He got the ball. He did not run out of bounds. Because he failed to run out of bounds, time ticked off, and they were not able to go for that field goal attempt. So that's been the biggest talk. He's not a rookie. He knows. It was just a mistake, but unfortunately it was a very costly mistake. The great things is game 1. We're not talking about a Super Bowl. We're not talking about a must-win game, but things like that can occur. So outside of that, it was a pretty decent game. Like I said, the New York Giants did come away with the win, 20-19. So I'll be keeping my eye on the Cowboys just for those 2 individual players, Ezekiel Elliott and Dak Prescott. So overall, good game.
He's a man.
Yeah,
Eli
definitely.
You gotta expect something from him.
Exactly. Okay, well, let's get into the FFX Man Down report. So, injuries. What's going on for the first week?
Man, so many things going on with the first week. According to injuries, we starting out with Keenan Allen, wide receiver for San Diego. Knee injury, out. out 6 weeks or longer. We're hoping that you have a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
Y'all stop scaring people, because I heard he did that. It wasn't really.
He was doing a little slant ankle route, so it really wasn't a person. But he's huge for San Diego, so that could be a big blow to them. Huge blow.
Yeah. And then moving on to Russell Wilson. You know,
It's a sprain though.
Sprain ankle. He'll be back. He'll be back. You wrap it up tight. He's going to
chill with Sierra. He cool. He'll be back.
But this person, RG3.
Oh.
So I talked about RG3 a little bit in our preseason, and I called him Mr. Glass for this reason. The quarterback for the Browns is fractured a bone in his left shoulder, could be out for the whole season.
My goodness, RG, say it ain't so. Say it.
I had so much hope for the Browns. I had so much hope.
It might be time. He too free. Take care of your body, baby. What are you doing on the off season? Something's not right.
I might blame that on Shanahan. I don't know. There's little things going on. Moving on to Brian Cushing, the linebacker for the Houston Texans, is out due to a knee injury. And then Devin Burrow, the cornerback for the New Orleans Saints.
Yeah,
out
that's big.
6 weeks.
That's big.
Broken fibula.
Yikes.
Broken fibula.
Yikes. That's just the first week, you know, and you know, it's the game. Injuries are going to occur, but we really wish that everyone gets back well. Speedy recoveries to you all. We want to see you back on that field for sure.
Yes.
All right. FFX news. What's happening in the league? Outside of some phenomenal games and a great week one, it's been kind of quiet. It hasn't been much. You know, still a little bit of controversy with the Star Spangled Banner, but, you know, this week was 9/11, so everyone pretty much, you know, paid respect and honored the national anthem. So we will keep our ear to the street as the news comes. We will deliver it straight to you. But until then, let's eat.
Man, let's go eat. You know, I love to eat.
Yes.
Can we just go?
Let's
go? I love football, but I love to eat.
As promised, we will be talking all things football, but we also want to put in some special things. And now is one of our highlighted food features. So join us and check it out.
Welcome back to the FFX Food, where today we have a lovely light salad for you. I'm going to say works very well with those early games.
Okay.
You know, that game going into lunch. You know, you don't want to consider it a lunch. It could be a brunch. Cool. So, but very simple. And I love watermelon.
Love it.
This, you make it with some fresh greens. You can use any type of greens that you like. We use spring greens with, of course, watermelon, goat cheese, drizzled with balsamic vinegar. And why not, right? Last night we had some tilapia, crusted tilapia, and it just pairs very well with this. So again, very tasty. Hopefully you love. Dig in, friend.
Let me get a taste of it.
It's so good. Tell me what you think.
Very good. I love the watermelon.
Does that watermelon
the balsamic vinaigrette, and it's that goat cheese. It you wouldn't think that something like this would merge together, but they merge greatly with the tilapia. I'm excited. This is great. Perfect.
The juice from the watermelon.
Perfect for, like you said,
very well with that balsamic.
Brunch, lunch, very light, not heavy. And then, of course, you always have to have it with your mimosa. So, lovely.
The fish is still phenomenal.
Delicious. This is a plus. And I love the watermelon. Again, like you said, I'm sure you can see me with any fruit, but the watermelon does it for me. Very good. Very good.
Love it.
You look fashionably fresh, my dear friend.
Okay, but you do it better, boo.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, since we do it, why don't we show the crowd how to be fashionably fly and chic at your favorite football game? Take a look. Today we're featuring an all denim look. So who doesn't have their favorite pair of jeans right in their closet? This is a way to take that favorite pair of jeans paired with a jean shirt, and there you have a great outfit for any football game. Sade took her favorite pair of jeans. She paired them with a low leopard booty. So keep in mind, you don't always have to go extremely flat, but this heel is just flat enough that you can still be comfortable at a game. She paired it with the sleeveless high-low jean shirt, and then she created an all-denim ensemble. Now, most of you are aware, denim on denim is a very popular trend. And what better way to go with the hot fashion trend than to pair it with your favorite bag, a pop of color on your lip, and then, of course, accessorize. So Sade has chose to choose all gold accessories to match the buckles on her booties, and then a large earring of your choice. Now, this is a look that totally can be customized at home. This is for a early game when it's still warm outside. If it gets to the cold winter games, then you just replace the sleeveless denim shirt with a button up. Feel free to roll up the sleeves to make it a 3/4 length shirt. You could cuff up your jeans if that's what you prefer. You could substitute the booty for a loafer or even maybe a Chuck Taylor. So this is a very casual look, but still chic and fashionable to turn heads at any favorite football game. Well, that's week one. Again, we couldn't touch on every game, but you got, you've been seeing the scores at the bottom. What do you take away from the first week? How you feeling?
Oh my God. I'm going to say this was the week of resiliency as we have seen KC come back for a fight. I felt like there was a lot of teams out there wanting the win. And also the week of the kicker. I've seen a lot of games be determined off of the foot of the kicker. For instance, Broncos, not mad though. Not mad. So, yes, the week of resiliency and the week of the kicker. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
I agree with the kickers, and I know that we talked about this, and you said there's a lot of pressure put on the kicker, but that's what you get paid to do. You don't play no defense, you don't play no offense, you might get on special teams. So kickers, get your accuracy down, okay? Let's start winning these games with these kicks. So I too agree. And of course, you know, again, not just because I am a Chiefs fan, well, maybe because I am. Shout out to Alex Smith. There it is. Shout out to Alex Smith. So, looking forward. That was just week one, folks. We've got so much football left. Upcoming games next week. Of course, I'll be checking out the Chiefs. We will be playing Houston. What's going to be your game pick for next week?
Man, game pick. Who doesn't like a good Green Bay and Minnesota Vikings
Aaron Rodgers
rivalry game? So, I am actually very excited about that game. So, you must tune in
to check that out.
Yes.
You know, I think that I'm going to. There's a few games that I'm looking at. I don't want to just focus on Dallas, but something about you know, I want to see what Philly's doing.
Okay.
I want to check them out, see what Philly's looking like. But I think for me, it's gonna be that Jets Colts. I think that's gonna be the game that I kind of tune in and see, just because, you know, we just talked about it. But Colts, you got Andrew Luck. Hello, Andrew. So I, you know, kind of gearing in on him to see what's going on. But again, like always, we'll be watching most of all the football games, but those will be the two that we'll kind of get focused on, all right?
Yeah.
Well, before we shut down, first of all, we have to thank you so very much for tuning in with us. This show was established with two friends who genuinely have a passion and love the game of football. Love it. This is not fake. This is not made up. We do not, you know, reach out to others to get our information. These are our opinions, our thoughts, our feelings on football. We know a lot of people watching us are very aware of football and all things around it, but there may be some viewers out there who aren't. So we are going to challenge you. Here at the F Effect, we want to make sure that you're in tune with football and so that you can understand the things we're talking about. So let's give an F Effect challenge.
Do it.
Let's give a challenge. I'm going to challenge you out there who are not up to par with the football and teams to find a team. One team. There's an AFC side and there's an NFC side. You can choose to get a team from both, or you can just choose to find one team. That team can be hometown team. You could like the team because of the colors. Just get a team. Once you get a team, there are 3 positions we want to start you with. What are those 3 positions? Let's start with position number 1.
The most important one, well, I think. Quarterback.
Find your team and then know who the quarterback is. After you figure out the quarterback, then you want to find the running back. The running back is the person whom the quarterback gives the ball out and he runs to get yards. Mm-hmm. So you get your quarterback, you find out who the running back is, and then lastly,
wide receiver.
Wide receiver is who the quarterback throws the ball to. So get your team, find out the quarterback, who's his running back, and who is his wide receivers. There will be multiple running backs and wide receivers, but if you just want to start, just try and find the one who's his go-to. Mm-hmm. So our F Effect challenge for everyone out there who is not familiar with football happenings, find a team, get a quarterback, running back, and wide receiver.
Yes.
And moving forward, we will give you more helpful tips, hints, more challenges to help you get more in tune with the actual game of football so that you can love it as much as we do. Yes. So, that about wraps it up. That's episode 1. We went over week 1 of the NFL season. We have 15 more weeks to go, folks, and we are looking forward to it. So, any final thoughts, friend?
Man, go Broncos! We might be back in that Super Bowl. Leaving it to me. Let's do it. Had to do it.
Enough is enough with her. Well, you know it again. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. We appreciate it. I'm Hillary. This is my co-host, Sade. Until next time, stay fresh.
Stay fly.
But most important, stay football. Out.